Alright, so how's it going? So this is going to be my second video on my road for OSCP. Today I am doing Nibbles from the OSCP Proving Grounds. Let me go ahead and turn off my phone so that way I don't get notifications I'm here doing it. I'm doing this today by myself. Lula's not with me, she's asleep. So I've been having some issues with the VPN connection, so because of that I had to do the scans prior to doing the video because of a lot of issues. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. As always, I am preparing for the OSCP and for the note taking, I am still using Obsidian, trying to understand better on how to get better with it and everything, you know, for my note taking, so that way when I turn to my report it's easier. So alright, so let us come over here, let us show my screen. Alright, so today with the Nibbles Proving Ground, this is the box number is 192.168.141.47. Here you can see where I was trying to do a scan. It kept saying it was down. You can see here I've been fighting and having issues with the VPN non-stop, having to start and stop it. So we may have some issues today in this video, but it's okay. We got all scans. So first things first, I did notice. Let me just see if I can slide this over here and show my notes in the video. Alright, so we started off, this is the recon on the machine. We started off, I ended up going with the Nmap P-P. Hold on, let me see if I can remove that. There we go. The Nmap P-P. The P-P is to scan all ports. And then I ended up doing the -T, so that way it speeds up the process to make it a little faster. And then with the -VV, that ends up making it to verbose mode, so that way it ends up sending out the information right away as I seen it. I ended up doing a pipe in and a grep to discover, so that way I could end up getting the ports quickly, so that way, because I was having a lot of issues, I was able to discover port 21, which is an FTP, port 22, which is SSH, port 80, which is HTTP. With no security, it's just basic HTTP, and then port 5437. As of right now, I do understand about port 5437 is the Postgres, or it's a SQL thing, which right now we'll look into it more. Now, after I was able to get those ports, what I did next is I was able to come here and actually break these ports down and get an actual service. I did the ST on the Nmap scan. Now, the difference from the ST and the SS is when you do an Nmap scan, the ST actually does the full connection. It responds back once it has it. The SS just says, hello, you there, waits for a response, and then disconnects. The ST does, hello, you there, it waits for the response, and then it says, oh, I'm here too, cool, and then disconnects. The SB is to find out the version. The SC is safe scripts. We did a -P, that's port 21, the FTP port 22, the SSH support 80, HTTP, and then the port 5437. And then we did the -OA to output into all formats. With the A4, I just called it Nibbles service. And so that is that's where we're at right now in this whole world. Alright, so let's come back over here. Alright, so let's put this on screen. So as of right now, we are able to see we have VSFTP, which is 3.0. We can, let me see, I have a word list to go after that one from SecList. We have SSH. I've never been actually able to break into SSH, so I don't really try to go after that one. And then we have port 80, which is, so let's go check out what port 80 is first. 68, and then there we go. 1.47. My computer freezes up a lot, so it just takes a moment. Alright, so we can see entering the main heading, usually the same as the title. Alright, so now that we know we have the web page open, we're going to come over here. Let's go ahead and start clear derby-http that. 168. Alrighty, and then let's have that start going and see what we can find. Alright, and then while that's also going, let's start with Nikito in the background. Nikto. You know what I should probably see is VM settings. What is my RAM settings in this box? 8 gigabytes, okay. So it just freezes up a lot. Alright, Nikto -H, and then we'll change this to 141 to 47, and then we'll run this one. We'll find out everything we can find out about this machine. We'll also be going through, and so we got there be now. Same problem that I was having before is my VPN connection. So I gotta make sure it stays up and running and it's going good. Alright, we got the completed, that's going. Let's see if it's easy now. Now it's easy, cool. And then now it's running. Good, 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 good. Alright, so we can see it's Apache 2.4.8. So let's go ahead and start do our trusty Google here. Google.com. See. Apache 2.4.38 exploit. Let's see what we get. So vulnerabilities, we have an overflow and a bypass. Let's see if any of these can be done remote. Partial with authentication, unknown. Access remote. Okay. Something to look at. Gained access level, none. Okay, so we don't get any access with this one. Alright, let's go back and look at man, my box, it freezes up a lot, so it's going to be interesting how when I get actually to this OSCP, how this is going to work out. Let's see where we're at. Alrighty, let's see. Other services we have 2.4, or we have PostgreSQL database copy selection. Let's come back over here. Still everything from yesterday. Google.com, we're going to Google, Postgres, exploits. Let's look up how to connect to this. I know there's a way to connect to Let's see what we can connect to, see what we can do. Let me see. introduction, how to connect, sudo-i-u Postgres, alright. Let's see if I have this tool, PSQL. I think I typed in GL, not QL, my bad. Alright, cool, so I do have that. So now, I can see it is, the command is PSQL -i sudo-i ru Postgres PQ. Alright, let's see what the default passwords for. Default creds for Postgres SQL. Our default Postgres user is Postgres and the password is not required for authentication. Let's see if this is actually true. So, let's come back right here real quick. Google connect to Postgres command line. Let's type in remote. Remotely connecting to a Postgres instance using I'm not even paying attention to this part here to make sure my connection's still going good. It seems I might have lost connectivity here. 92.168.141.47, and it's not even typing anything. Alright, so right now when we get back to it, we'll see port 54. I'm using port 5437. So we'll use something similar to this. H remote host, remote port, and then username. Okay. Let's see if okay, so we still have connectivity to him. That's working, so let's go PSQL, and then what did it say? It said -H is 192.168.141.47. Alright, and then it says -P is, we know the port that it's running on is 5437. 5437. And then -user is, what did we learn that the default username is Postgres. Selection doesn't look like Postgres. So we get a connection, what happens? Try PSQL for u-u. I might have done something wrong. Let me see what I did wrong. It's a capital U and a lowercase p. Alright, let's see if this goes right. And then it says no password. Let's see if that works. Error, failed authentication, no password supplied. Alrighty, so let us try to see what else the password could be. So a lot of times I've realized is people will use the same username and password. One of our pen testers at my company, he told me that to always do a check, so let's see, Postgres. It's taking a little bit longer. It's not saying it failed. Let's see. Yeah, because sometimes you'll realize that service accounts, what they will do is they'll use the same name as the username and password. But let's see, I don't know. It's bad security policies. Passwords should usually be at least 15 characters or longer with multi-factor authentication enabled. And then if it's a service account, don't have it set as a user account, have it set up as a service account. And if it's like a domain admin, you know, you always gotta make sure it's in a protected group so that way it doesn't cache the passwords into the systems and stuff like that. But oh, this isn't good. It's taking a little bit longer than I planned. It's restarting the connection again. Okay. Alright, let's try that one more time. POSTGRAS. Oh wow, I am in. So let's take screenshots. Let's get screenshots of everything. Because, you know, we're preparing for OSCP, so we gotta make sure we have our notes and everything. Come on, move over. Alright, recon onto the machine. Once the discovery port discovery or 5437 was running Postgres secure. So let's see, with the tool PSQLI. So they say if you click on it, no, okay. With the tool business, I attempted to connect with syntax. yeah, that's what was the syntax. And I'll come over here, we'll tab it so that way it's part of this. We'll put the little squiggly line and then Shift V. Okay. Now with the following syntax. Blah 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 blah. Then after that, what else? Oh shush. I check it at first with my password. Alright. I retried with the password of Postgres. Successfully went in. Okay. No, hold on. I need that screenshot again. Let me get that screenshot real quick. Oh. Computer froze again. Don't you just love it when that happens? Well, okay, so let's continue going on. Alright, let's be able to move this guy back over. Let's get the screenshot. We get the screenshot, and we're gonna come over here. And we're gonna paste it, hit enter. And everything looks good, man. Now we're good. So now we need to find how to do stuff here. So let's type in help. Using copyright -F, which is a command for SQL. Terminate. Alright. Let's do Postgres commands. Oh. Postgres commands. Hostname database. Let's look up the cheat sheet. Postgres cheat sheet. This always is useful. Alright, no table name. Show table name. I don't even know what the table names are. Alright. Let's see what we can find. -DT ***. Okay, so let's go /DT quote period quote. No, I didn't like that one either, man. Oh, there we go. Let us see what we have. DB catalog, aggregate collections, index, OB class policy, informative schema, Postgres tables. Alright, let me see. Postgres command for remote code execution. Alright, remote code execution with PostgreSQL extensions. Let's see if this has anything cool that we can use. We know it's a Linux, okay. Alright, this process for executing commands in the PostGres 8.1 and before is straightforward and well documented. Metasploit module, we're not trying to use Metasploit because that is not allowed. So we'll do create copy, let's try this one. Create system language strict. Let's move this guy over real quick. Paste selection. Paste clipboard. Alright. Paste clipboard. Alright, so that doesn't work. Alright, let's try another one. However, when attempted on a prescript certified error is shown, libraries x84. Hey, there we go. That's the same issue that I am having. Alright, compile from library. Postgres. First of all, you need to know that the version preset is running. Select version. Alright, let's copy that. Let's find out what version we're running. Let's see what we got. All right. Let me check my VPN connection. It seems to have failed again. So this is what I was talking about. I keep getting issues with this VPN connection. I'm not too sure why. Now, if anybody out there does know why, I'd be happy to hear. Any suggestions would be great. Alrighty, Postgres VPN. Postgres is 11.7. Alrighty, so then, alright, any major version on which this case is compiled and used. Ooh. Let me see. Our remote code execution in newest Postgres services. Alright, let's see. First thing I need to use is a large object to upload the deal. You can see how that is done here. Big binary. Let me see. Let me see, drop table if it exists. Let's see. Let's see, not real. Yeah, let's see. Postgres arbitrary command execution. That was getting a little too out of my skill set, so let's see. Alright, we'll see if this works here. Copy, Control Shift B. Enter. not too sure. Let me see. Paste selection. Let's see. GROP drop table if it CMD underscore EXEXC semicolon. Let's see what's it doing. What is it doing? I don't know what it's doing, man. I hope it's working. Oh, it's restarting again. That's probably why. Okay, let's check this other one out. Cancel. It's still not doing anything. Oh. Syntax error at near exist. I could not spell exist correctly. I'm barely realizing that. Alright. Exist. CMD EXE. Let's try that. Alright, the table does not exist. So we will do create table CMD underscore exe dash c CMD underscore output text. Close the bracket, we'll put a semicolon. Let's see. See what we get. Let's come back over here. Make sure this is good. That's good. Let's come back over here. Alright, optional. Drop the table you want to use if it already exists. If it doesn't exist, create the table you want to hold the command output. We're creating a table, then run the system command to be able to copy from program's function. Alright, so we're going to do that. Alright, create table, like put txt. What did I mess up? I put txt instead of text. That's where I messed up. Alright, cool. We created the table. I got my in and out. You know, wife's been pregnant, you know, wife had the baby and everything. And for some reason, that's what she's been craving. So that's what we've been eating a lot of. CMD underscore exe from program. What was that? One quote ID, close quote. All right. And then semicolon. Let's run that. All right. So now we got the copy. Now we're gonna select star from CMD, okay? Select star Forgot the semicolon. That's what it is. Alright. Select star from CMD EXE semicolon. See what we got. Let's see what we got. See what we got. Come on, baby. Come on. Give me something. Let me come back and check my connections. Line 2, select from error. Select. Did I spell select wrong? Select star from music semicolon. Alright, cool. So now, because I put the ID in there, so if you, let me explain back to you just what happened. Alright, so if you don't get it. When I came up here, I said copy CNDXF from program ID. So right here I put IMD, but now I can change. Let's put etc-PASSWD, right? Password, right? Let's see if that works out. If we put it in here, it's gonna copy. I'm gonna get the copy result. Maybe not, because I don't think I spelled password right. We'll see. Let's see, passwd. PAST-WD. Yeah, it's PAST-WD like that. Alright. I'm going to go in here, check my connection again. So whatever I'm putting right here, from copy from CMD.exe, from program, whatever it's copying from that area, it's saving into there. Detail command not executable. Okay, so let's just do cat etc PAST-WD. Let's try that one. Alright, so now I copy that. So now we come back over here and then we're going to select star from CMD. So whatever star just means it's a variable, meaning whatever's there, star, whatever. So whatever's there, select star from CMD.exe and pretty much we're asking it to display it. So we're displaying it and bam, I can see FTP, I can see like that. So now what we're going to have to do is, let's do this. Which Python which is the command that usually runs to figure out if this thing, this tool exists or this command exists inside the database, but no. So, all right. Now echo hello, blah blah blah. So now, what we will do is take notes. That's what we will do. So, let's see how we will go about this note-taking process. So we're going to come over here, we're going to pop. Let's see, let me see how I did it up here. Foothold. Okay, so we're getting the foothold. This is what it is. So once I was able to log into the Postgres SQL service, using Postgres and not a way to get remote code execution, and we're going to call this, we're going to tag this RCE. So what I'm saying is, once I was able to log into the Postgres SQL servers with the username Postgres, and then also with the same password, I was able to get a remote code execution, which is an RCE, from the machine. I used this article. As a reference. Alrighty. Let me see real quick. I want to figure out, maybe I'm gonna change how I'm gonna use this link. Let me see. I'm trying to figure something out. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do the part with the link. Alright, so then let's come over here. Alright, and then this is going to be called BAM. Hold on, let me make sure I'm doing this correctly, because I've never actually done this. And then put a parentheses, and then we'll put the link, copy. So then now we're gonna put the commands. So we get the following commands used. There we go. 1, 2, 3. So which commands did we use? I ended up. So I had to first create my database. Then after I created my database, I hit copy. Now we go here, Control V. And then we come over here. Now, this is the reverse shell. So let's get this command so we can put it in here and then modify it so we can finally run it. So we gotta have this nice and good in our notes. So from here, from our box, we know that I have 49.141. So we come over here, we'll put snap, hold on. 49.141. Alright, and I always use port 82 because 82nd airborne, baby. Whoop whoop. Alright. So now alright, so then what I will do is, now that we have this command here, I'm gonna have to let's see if I can get this to cooperate. Wait. Alright, let's move that there. Okay, cool. So we're doing good, we're doing good. So now we'll come over here, we'll do Control C, clear this out, NC-OBNP. We'll do port 82, and then we'll have that listening. So now that we have this one over here, we have this guy. Let us copy here. Copy. Now this is going to be our command. We're going to run it. Now ideally we're going to want to get the copy 1 result back. And then, you know, ideally also a return shell. Let's make sure we're still on completed, which we're good. Let's see what we have. Come over here, let's do, see it's still connecting. Steam has, let's see if I can get pings. I'm not getting any pings right now. So let's see. Let's run that. I got pings going. Tell them how to show back. I should be using Tmux so that way I can split the screen and everything. Probably in my next video I'll start using that. Alright. We got line syntax error at Perl exiting. Let's try this now. Which Perl doesn't even have Perl. I don't even think it does. That might not be the right one I want to be using right now. Right back. Alright, so I'm back. So after some troubleshooting and figuring out the issue, one, I couldn't figure out how to make it work. So I ended up doing some, went to the good old trusty Google, and give me a second, and so I ended up just coming over here to Google, and I typed in Postgres RCE GitHub, just because GitHub is where everybody stores their scripts. So search automatically, everybody stores their scripts. So I ended up finding this awesome script right here that I ended up using on your Kali machine. It was pretty basic to use. So what I did is I came here. CD Postgres, I already downloaded it. We go ls, it's a basic file Postgres, so we go cat to Postgres RCE. So we have everything set up here. I ended up putting in the host, the remote for the box. I ended up putting in 5437. That's the port that it's using. I put my box, which is 49141, which we can verify that from right up here. I was able to get, I put port 80 for my callback the username and passwords. Now here we can see how it's actually doing everything. It is command output reverse shell from program. It's still using the copy from program, but it's doing things a little bit different here. Reverse shell is equal to right here, RMTPK. They're using a bash setup instead of the Perl like I was trying to do. So it's pretty much doing the exact same thing that I was trying to do, but it just makes it easier. Instead of trying to use Perl, it's using bash. It's making things a lot smoother and easier. So we come back over here. Let's do Control C, clear. Alright, so then we're gonna go nc-lbnp port 80 because we're trying to stay away from Metasploit because of the whole OSCP. You're kind of limited on what you can and cannot use for the exam. So let's run this guy real quick. I'm just using basic Python. Let's come back over here. Let's wait for this. It should have a connection. No, it doesn't seem to be working right now. Just give it a second. Control C. See. Let me see if my pings, how they're coming up. They're coming. They're going. There we go. We have pings. Then we come over here to the box. We're running the script. See how this one's going to react. Try to close it out. I just wrote one more time. Python Postgres RCE.python. We're running it. Okay, cool. Connected to Postgres database. Executed. Let's come back over here. Alright. So it shows we have the connection, which is great. We come back over here. We have an ID. Who am I? our notes. Hold on, Postgres ID and alrighty. So reverse shell. So what did we end up doing? So reverse shell. So let's clean this up a little bit. So let's delete that and delete that. Oh, delete that. I don't know why I put that on there. Alright. So that didn't give us the nice little clean look. So let's go Python. Let's go which Python do we actually have? Which Python? Let's see if any comes up. Hopefully we didn't kill the terminal. Alright, now so then we go pa pa pa. Okay, this is getting the foothold. So we found, so I found a script on GitHub that easier to get a reverse shell. So then what is the name of that GitHub where I got that script? I gotta put that in my notes. Man. Alright. Nope. See. Nope, I lost this connection. Not cool. Alright, but we gotta get the name of that script that I actually we found at GitHub. Was this it? Oh, hold on. No. Give me a moment. No, hold on. I gotta find where I got that script from real quick for my notes, and here we go. So, in my Obsidian notes, we gotta get the notes in here for, So it was bound, let's call Postgres SQL remote code execution. And then we come over here, we put a little parenthesis with the V, and then we good, hit enter. Postgres RCL, and then we gotta put the little syntax that we use. So we set the listener for port 80. verify the R host to the machine. And the L host to my machine. Okay. Cool. So now let us come back over here. If this thing will cooperate. I apologize, my box does freeze up a lot, so if there's glitches in the video, I do apologize. No rush. So my next step of plans is we gotta do sub. We know it's a Linux box because we're doing Linux commands, ls, cd, stuff like that. So what we'll end up doing next is uploading Linux linpiece, so Linux privilege escalation script. And what that's going to end up doing is that's going to allow us to see what we can and cannot, use. So hold on. We got pings going now. Got a baby cat trying to jump up here also. Ah. Ah, look at Mama's. There's the local text. That tells us that we got a local user. So we can submit that flag. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Woo. So give me 1 second. We got a crying baby again. Alright, so now that we got in, we're in the Wilson username name. We see FTP. Ooh, it's owned by nobody. Okay. It's a directory. It's readable, executable too. Okay. So let's see. We go. Let's type in right here. File FTP. We're gonna see what type of file FTP is. Let's see what we got. Okay, I'm back. So we're back inside the box. We got the user flag, blah blah blah. Now what we need to do is figure out how to advance from user to using a privilege escalation. In my previous video in Sorcerer, I used this tool called the Linux Privilege Escalation linpiece, which I have here in my downloads folder. So whenever this lets me move over, we'll do Python 3-m HTTP server 8080. Okay. Then here we'll do cd temp pwd 30k http 192.168.49.141 or 8080 / what is the name of that tool that I have? What I call it? It is linpiece.sh. We come down here, Control-Shift-V, and then we pull it here, and we should be able to see when the request comes in. We're stuck at 151. I'm gonna push pause and wait for this thing to connect. Alright, I'm back and I have a way to resolve this machine. So right off the bat, since I'm not able to, I tried to use wget and I also tried to use curl to get the lin enumeration and the Linux privilege escalation linpiece to the box. However, it did not work out the way I wanted to. We couldn't connect and everything like that. So I ended up going about it a different method. So I'm going to go ahead and show that here. So let me start this off by connecting back to the box. Alright, so we're here inside the box. What I ended up doing was I ended up pulling up some Google document on lineage privilege escalations, and I searched for SUID files. So come on here, copy this. Now this is from hacking articles on Linux privilege escalation using SUID binaries. So I went through and I started, just getting these little commands that they had, and I just typed them in to see what I could get. I ended up going through this whole source. So, and then from there, I ended up going to GTFO, get the fuck out, bins, GitHub. This is a great site, GTFO bins. And so then from here, I ended up just going through, doing Control F, and so I ended up just going through trying different commands. Like here, I tried su. Su does come up. Copy selection, Control F, V. Alright, so it does come up. So if we go down, st sudo, like we get it tells us exactly, hey, if the binary is allowed, we could go in here, we could enter it in, see what it gets us. Right now we are hanging at 110. So while that goes through, let us look for another one. So the one that ended up being was define. Copy selection, Control V, or Control V, Control. And so when we clicked on find, I ended up using right here this ended up going through trying to use this different ones. It can be used to break out of a restricted, so we did a shell. Okay, so you got to put the full use file path the way it's found here. So user okay, so now we go, who am I? Postgres, alright. So that one didn't work out the way I wanted to. So we can come over here and do this one. And then this, I get root. Now, I could have ended up having to skip the portion right here at the beginning where I did the shell part to break out of it. It's just how I ended up doing it. So now we go, okay, so now, let's go cd root. Right here, I'm hanging at 95, so I gotta wait for a moment. I'm gonna push pause until this comes back. Alright, so this is back. We have right here, we can finally see our proof text. We can do that. Proof.txt. And we have our flag. Copy selection. Alright. So what did I learn from this box? So let's go over. One thing that I did learn right off the bat was the VPN connection, how to, that was an issue and having to go through it in itself. On having to test username and passwords, testing the username as the password as well. That was something that was very good to, I'll have to remember to do that. on the OSCP, not just use wordless, also just username as the password. Then when it came into, there was multiple ways to skin a cat, so I kept trying to go through using the Perl, modifying, doing the commands. At a certain point I had to move on. I did some more Googling and I found the remote code execution for the Postgres SQL. So at a certain point I did have to set time limits on myself on how far I will troubleshoot and deal with stuff until I know, so that way I don't go chase down rabbit trails or rabbit holes, or get stuck going down something that's unsolvable. Also, with the wget and the curl not working on the box, having to do the find the SUID binaries to exploit, I will have to keep hold of that command, the fight command. I'm gonna have to save it for the OSCP, and yeah, it was a good box. I learned some new stuff on it, and I'm glad. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow.